Well, friends, we are back in my daughter's room because this area is about to get a reckoning in the form of an IKEA order that I placed. When we moved into this rental home a year and a half ago, my daughter insisted that she wanted a loft bed with a desk underneath, and I was all for it because she is a prolific maker. And the queen bed that we had definitely took up most of the room and didn't allow for a lot of floor space. Long story short, found this baby on Facebook Marketplace for 150 bucks. It's an old IKEA loft bed style that they don't make anymore. They make a very similar one though. And it has worked out great. Other than, this is crazy. It's wild. Like, I did not edit this so that you could see, like, this is pretty much on a daily basis what we're looking at. This is like the only thing that she has to really organize right now. And it's just a Lazy Susan pen holder that rotates, that spins. And that works kind of well, but also she just has so many things going on. It actually doesn't work the best. So I have been thinking about this really since we moved in, about how I can make her desk more efficient for her. And also, again, as you know, maintain the cleanliness and the orderliness of the art making, just because that makes my life feel a little bit easier. But I also think it will inspire her more to have a more organized, beautiful space to work at. So you're going to follow along. We're going to open these boxes together. We're going to set it all up, and I'm going to show you exactly what I was thinking and why, and how you can replicate this if you have a child that needs an art making space in their own room. Having a space in your room to make art is almost like having a life-size sketchbook, right? It's a safe space where they can explore and experiment and do things that maybe they wouldn't do under your supervision at the kitchen table. Yes, that might include cutting their hair if you leave scissors out. Don't come for me, scissor police, okay? You know your child best. So in this video, while you're watching it, I want you to think about your child and the types of making that they enjoy doing and what kind of materials they could have access to in their room. My dog is growling at something. I love. So you're going to know what kind of making that they like to do, what kind of materials are safe for them to have in their room that you trust them with, right? We're talking about materials that they are well versed in and they know the boundaries of, right? So they know the rules. They know the consequences to breaking the rules with those art materials. Like, what happens if I draw all over my bed? Oh man, mom's going to make me clean it up. I'm going to be here all night long until I clean it up. I'm not going to have screen time until I do whatever needs to be done to repair whatever I've done with the art materials that I wasn't supposed to. All right, let's get started. First, I think I'm going to open the IKEA stuff up and lay it out. And then we're going to take everything off of the desk and out of the drawer and the shelves and see where it fits. I did kind of have some things in mind when I ordered this stuff, and I'm hoping that I got enough organization things. If not, we'll reassess. What I got is a pegboard. And don't leave just because it's a pegboard. I don't want to have to drill into the wall because this is a rental, and technically in our lease there is a no holes in the wall policy, which is insane to me, but whatever. With IKEA, you can get their pegboards, but they also have, you can get desktop stands for the smaller ones, or they have clamps that go onto desks. And since this is an IKEA desk, I know that it will work. So that is what I did. I got the biggest pegboard that they had, which actually is almost the same width as like her working area. So I think that's going to be great. And then I have clamps that are going to go on the back of her desk to hold it up. We're going to get this guy out. And then I might even give you guys a top-down view so you can see everything that I put in here. Timber. All right, so here's our pegboard. The clamps, I don't need, this is the mounting piece, so I don't need that. Okay, I definitely just recorded some of that and like my head was completely in the way. So we're gonna try that again. What I was saying was I'm going to pull these first. I got my googly eyes in one of these. Then I'm grouping the cups with obviously like-minded materials. So she's got these like Sharpie pens and then some Uli Click glitter pens that we love. The other sort of miscellaneous pens, I have another cup holder I can use for that can go on one of these shelves, I think, which should work great. These are another Click pen, but they have a nice case to them that like the lid comes off of and it has a little stand. So I'm gonna keep those in there. She has a stapler that needs a home. I think I was thinking of stringing tape on, like all the like washi tapes, putting a bunch of washi tapes on here might be a good thing. Like this. I think I'm going to do perler beads in one of these jars. She just learned about these from one of my friends and she's been really excited. The other bin, so I've got googly eyes in one, perler beads in this one. Sequins or gemstones? I think gemstones are more fun. These are like some that I had downstairs. I'm not gonna take them all, but I'm gonna take some. This is all from my art supply store in the basement, where I have a million art supplies because I host local art classes all the time. And I was a public school art teacher for several years in different grade levels. So I have quite the collection going. The things I have left, like I could probably stack the watercolor behind here or like in here somehow. Ooh, I could hang Emmy's camera on a hook. She's got a new, this camera is awesome. This is a Kidamento camera, which deserves its own video on kid cameras because we've gone through quite a few kid cameras. So I'll put that on a hook like this. Okay. And then scissors, I want to keep high because we have a little brother who likes to get things off of our desk. We've got clips to hang art. So that'll fill up the empty space actually. Now it goes without saying, but I just want to emphasize that anything you're giving your child access to, you need to be extremely comfortable with them being alone with that material. So make sure you've taken the time to establish the boundaries and the consequences for anything you're going to give them. And if you need help identifying what is appropriate for your child's age, drop down to the description of this video and I actually have a free guide for you. This is the mount that's gonna get it on the desk. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to cut the video out. Just getting everything off of her desk. And don't be fooled, I just threw it on the floor. So we'll deal with that later. I don't know, children just need safe spaces to create and just kind of experiment and explore new materials. And if they have that space in their room, I think something about that feels even safer. And I say that as an art teacher, but also like, from personal experience, because when I was a child, that's what I like to do. Like, sorry if you're watching this, Mom. My parents did the very 90s, like go to your room type punishment when we were being crazy. And it was never a punishment for me. I was like, see you later. I'll be in my room drawing or doing whatever. Like, catch me later. I do not care. For my older sister, it was a great punishment for her because she's very people oriented and likes to be around people and is very personable. So it was like torture for her and it was like a reward for me to be sent to my room. So anyways, I think it is important for kids to have that. That's not perfect, but we don't care. We're gonna put this up. I definitely feel like I should take this stuff off before I try to hang it. Okay. Here we go. So it slips behind the desk and hopefully you can see the clamps. Oh no. Okay, so I need to get the clamps in. Oh my gosh, you guys. Well, friends, guess what I didn't think about? There's a brace under her desk that I forgot because it's an IKEA desk, but it's not a normal IKEA desk that just has the top. Because it's part of a loft bed, there's like a supporting piece across the back. My option is to screw this into the wall or what? Screw this into the wall? That's what I was talking about. This brace piece blocks me from just being able to clamp on the edge. I have a 1-inch circular drill bit, but I'm going to probably have to do 2, I think, because I cannot move this loft bed off this wall. So I don't know if that makes sense, but you'll see. All right, measuring. Oh, guys. Okay, we're gonna go for it. I'm just gonna do 1, and then we're gonna see if we can get it up and see what happens. So ridiculous. Okay. Also, I brought a piece of scrap wood and some clamps so I don't accidentally drill through my wall, which is a great idea. Except I don't know if this clamp is gonna fit. Nope, sure isn't. Guys, this is getting more and more complicated. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, I'll just hold it. Forget it. Here we go. That's just what it's. I want you to see how it looks. Also, I'm going to close my door because my toddler's probably going to wake up to me doing this. Which there's a more comfortable way to do this. There's really not. Here's my first hole. Let's see what happens. Definitely need another one, which is fine. We're going to go right below it and just make another one, because I don't feel like getting a jigsaw or anything out. That didn't take that long, so we'll just do it that way. Okay, I'm just gonna cut the video. I'm gonna make another hole underneath, and I'm gonna make 2 over there, and then we're gonna see where we're at. I did it, you guys. It's so ugly, but I got them in there. I ended up having to drill 3 holes on one side, because I did it from the top, but the clamp piece is like wider. See that? And then I had to go get a little handsaw because I tried my oscillating tool and it was way too loud and I have a toddler sleeping. So I got a little handsaw. And then at one point I thought maybe I should just kick this part down because it doesn't even look like it's holding up the desktop, but whatever, it's up. My plan is basically to just reach my long arms and see if I can attach it. But right now I'm just trying to line up holes. Let's try that again. I'm really glad we did all the putting things on there because that worked out really great because I had to take it all off and now I'm gonna have to put it all back on. Oh man. All right. I think I did them in the wrong spots. I mean, I measured it all right, but when I was looking at it, I don't think I was looking at one of the clamps is in a hole here and one is, don't forget, okay. Just to review the current issue. See how that screw is in like the top row? Over here, it's in the bottom row. So I'm gonna have to go back under here and cut out more, like a little square or something, and then slide this one over, which is awesome. I'm really excited to do this. We're back. I cut out your circle and a triangle piece with this tiny little handsaw so I didn't wake my toddler up. And I got the left side on, so now we're gonna see if that was enough room. This looks so terrible from underneath, but I don't care. Okay. Before you do this at home, see what your desk looks like. And or just screw it into the wall. Sorry, landlords. I think the screwing into the wall would have been a lot easier, but it's okay. I was trying to respect my lease. Now I have to hurry up and put all this back on in about 5 minutes before my daughter comes home and see if I can get it done. In case you missed me mentioning it earlier in the video, if you drop down to the description, you'll find a free guide that's going to demystify what art supplies to use for what ages in case you're thinking of doing this in your child's room. Okay, so here's our desktop. Looking much better than before. Didn't get to any of this yet, but we'll just probably do that with her when she gets home from school. So we'll see what her reaction is to just the desk being cleared.
Whoa! That's super cool.
You like it?
Yeah. Why is there a lot of that wood?
Because I had to cut a piece out of the bottom to get the clamps on there.
My room looks like a tornado flew.
Yeah, it does kind of, huh? I'm going to clean it, I swear.
I know.
These are the ones I filled for you.
Cool. Now I can use anything. Cool. Like I can just move up like this. I love the desk. So, whoa! Cool. This is really nice.
You like it?
How did you think of making it?
This is just to record your sound. I've been looking at your desk for a while thinking that we need to reorganize it, and I just thought of it.
I like how you like hanged up some stuff, like my scissors. And you like can't even reach them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Eli can't even reach them. What are you gonna make first?
What should I make? What should I make?
For inquiring minds, the first thing she made was about 100 of these kitty rocks. I see that.
My buddy eyes.
Did you get water in your eyes doing that?
Mm-hmm.